from verse number 8 onwards. Veda bhavanat sohamityasau bhavana vida pavani mata bhavasunyasat bhavasustiti bhavana balat bhaktiruttama hrutstale mana swastata kriya bhakti yogavo dasya nischitam vayurodhanat liyate mana jalapakshivat rodha sadhanam vayurodhanat liyate mana jalapakshivat rodha sadhanam. In the last class, we highlighted that the purpose of the sadhana, the purpose of living are one and same. And what is that? To make myself comfortable within myself. Because whatever we do in our day-to-day life, we struggle to make ourselves comfortable. And whether we are comfortable or not is secondary, but always we struggle just to make ourselves comfortable. So all our work or way of working, way of functioning, only aiming at to make myself comfortable. So that is what was highlighted in the last verse. But it's not that easy. Mind's job is to keep moving. And especially if we observe our mind, mind is nothing but the reflection of what we know or wherever it is exposed. Both way you can take it. Suppose a person is exposed, what you call as experienced, okay, has gone through experiences, but I am using the word exposed, so that objectivity is there. If the person is exposed to the pain, agony, frustrations, failure, betrayal, all what is going on today? Sorry, not good sign. So if the person has gone through all negative emotions, so that means when the mind is exposed to all these negative emotions, definitely that person's mind will project first negative things. You cannot expect from that person positive thing. Remember this. So if you expect some positive things from that person, I think you are the only, stupid failure. Not that person. You yourself really are a stupid fellow. We have a beautiful saying, especially I had seen in those days in Odia languages. Because in Orissa, also in India, many people die with a snake bite. And children, of course, because moving here and there, a pool of snakes. So we have saying in Odia language, very nicely, if the child is dead with a snake bite, that mother, just seeing a rope, also gets scared. It's such a nice way of expressing. If the child of a mother, a child is dead, one of the child is dead because of the snake bite, the mother of the child, the deceased mother, definitely will be afraid of just seeing a rope, thinking that maybe another snake is lying down. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because that is the fear. Because the mother starts suspecting. Mother starts questioning. Mother starts objecting because mother has gone through the pain. Do you understand the concept what I am trying to say? Just try to see for yourself. Long before you try to interact with anybody or anything, what does come to the forefront? What does come first? The experiences, or you can say the mind, the way it was exposed earlier. Even though you have all informations, even though you have all input, including Vedantic input, remember, including Vedantic input, it does not work. It literally takes over your frustrations, your impressions, your experiences, literally takes over. In fact, you say, look, I have gone through, I know what is right and what is truth. After all, whatever Vedanta talks is theory. You understand? After all, whatever Vedanta talks is theory. I know I have gone through practical, and also you will quote what? That thousands of theory, so one ounce of practice is better than thousands of, I don't know, because this is a very popular one, many Swamijis quote, so that's why, no, that is not coming because that is not my system, okay? This is the problem with me. 1 ounce of practice is better than thousands of theory, something like that, okay? Because problem, I have my own problem is, I don't look at that because I sorry to use the wrong words, because it has no value. It is very fascinating words, fascinating statement. And what with reference to Vedanta they will talk. Okay, let me not divert. Now coming to the point here. Now, so you say it is, my life, I have gone through, I know what is truth. Please understand, most important thing is, it is your mind. And that too, the mind with the past, most sad part of your life. That too, your mind with past is trying to control your present. Can you see this point? Your mind, with the help of your past or along with the past, is trying to govern your present. And of course, because of that reason, there is a sense of insecurity with reference to future. Now, when these three, means especially these two, past and future, are confusing, definitely your present is in a big mess. And that is what happens. Even if you listen to Vedanta, even if you know that God is karma phaladata, even if you know the prarabdha is getting unfolded by itself, you don't have much choice with reference to prarabdha. Remember, right time, nothing works. Like the example of Janmejaya and Vyasacharya. It's a very nice point has been talked. If some of you know this example or not, let me share very nicely. So Janmejaya, the king Janmejaya, happens to be this Parikshita's son, means great grandson of Arjuna. So one day he met Vyasacharya. So Vyasacharya means the one who is the author of 18 Puranas. And he was the great learned person, in fact, who codified Veda. So all the credit goes to him. In fact, we say, Sarvam Vyasochistam. Whatever we talk is just leftover of Vyasa. Nobody has created anything. So far, nobody has created or nobody has written anything new in any field. So everything is Sarvam Vyasochistam. That's why the sage Vyasa's birthday is called as Guru Purnima. So the celebration of gurus we do, remember our lineage, the traditional way, only on the birthday of Vyasa. Not our Indian way, in one so-called, one fellow who was a guru called Guru, on his birthday, Haribul day, okay? That's not Guru Purnima, that's not Teacher's Day. So real Teacher's Day is Guru Purnima day. However, coming back here. So, because Vyasa knew what is going to happen, that is the beauty of the sages. They always will know what is going to happen, and they themselves will know where they will fit. That's the another part. You know in details, and you know where to fit, and you have to play your role. That's why you need enough of maturity. Remember, suppose if you know your future, and if you don't have maturity, what hell you will go through? Suppose if you know after 1 month, you are going to meet with an accident and you are going to suffer for 20 years. And you have future knowledge. Now, will you be able to face yourself? Will you go crazy or not? Sometimes it is better not to know the future, okay? However, this says he knew. So this is Janmeja, just making it a short. Janmeja went and complained, look, you are great. Everything you knew. Why did not you stop the war, the Mahabharata war? One side Kaurava is your children, other side Pandava is equally your student. Sorry, your family people, not your children, not student, your children. One side Kaurava, your children, other side Pandava, your children. So both the children were fighting, and you were in such a great situation. And whatever you say, everybody respects, had to respect you. Why didn't you stop? And you knew what is going to happen. That means, what made you not to stop? Vyasa smiled. Don't worry. Not that I have not tried. I have tried sophisticated way, but nothing worked. No. You did not try sincerely, genuinely. Maybe superficially you tried because you are safe. You are a sage, so you wanted to be in a safe position. The story goes further. Vyasa smiled. Don't worry. I'll give you, forget about this war, okay? That Mahabharata war has happened already over. I'll tell you something about you now. Now, as you start moving, go to your country, kingdom. Please remember one thing. Never ever ride white horse. It was straight black horse. So now I'm changing a little bit, okay? White horse. Other than that, anything you can ride. But remember, definitely you will ride the white horse. Okay, nothing wrong in riding white horse. Don't go towards south. But don't worry, you will go towards the south. Okay, nothing wrong in going towards south. As you travel towards south, you will see a lady taking bath in a river. Don't try to look at her. But don't worry, you look at her. Okay, nothing wrong in looking at her. Please remember, you can look at her, but don't go near to her. Again, you will go nearer to her. Okay, going nearer to her, nothing wrong in it. Don't fall in love in her. You will also fall in love. Okay, nothing wrong in falling in love. Fall in her, fall in love in her. But don't marry her. You will marry her. Okay, nothing wrong in marrying her. Don't make her as your queen. And that too, main queen. But don't worry, you will make it. Then after that, what will happen? Don't ask me. This, of course, this king out of, what are you talking? And the story goes for the few months he did not use at all the white horse. And one day he wanted to go out, suddenly then he did not find. So there was one horse and happens to white. He said, no problem, let me take the help of white horse. After all, I don't have to go to south, let me go towards north. So as he was going towards north, suddenly because he was going for hunting, suddenly saw a deer. So as he was chasing the deer started going here and there, he got carried away. Finally the deer took him towards south. He did not realize. Nothing wrong. Then after that saw the lady, exactly as it is. Then fell in love, then got married, then finally made him queen. And because of that queen, he had to punish one Brahmin boy. Then what disaster happened? Let us not talk. So coming back, even though you know the prarabdha that is going to get unfolded, especially Vedantic students, because already you have been exposed to Vedanta, still your mind does not accept it. Still your mind will not really accept neither your prarabdha that has been unfolded or going to get unfolded. I am asking all of you genuinely, how many of you have accepted your past? How many of you have accepted your past? If you have not accepted your past yet, that means you are not ready for Vedanta. Vedanta doesn't work, will not work. I can be very clear in this regard. Without accepting, I am not telling you without resolving. Resolving is a big thing, okay? Please understand. Resolving is a very big step. I am just saying accepting your prarabdha. Whatever has happened. Because you need to first learn to accept your prarabdha, especially with reference to past. So whatever has happened in your life, you need to accept it first. And if you are not in a position to accept, remember, this theory practical will kill you all the time, and this theory will be adding only in one box of your mind. You understand? One corner of your mind, one Pandora box. So whenever you want, you can open and again close it. You understand? In fact, it will not get opened. You will not be able to open. It will get opened once in a while. Sometimes in wrong time. That's the most dangerous thing to happen. That's why what you need to do here is, here Ramana Maharshi comes up with a new way, which is very good, which is useful. When you are not able to accept your past, he highlights the pranayama concept. So let us read the verse once more. Vayurodhanat liyate mana jala pakshivat rodha sadhanam. Vayurodhanat liyate mana jala pakshivat rodha sadhanam. If you observe your life, the mind speeds up automatically. Means without your knowledge. Automatically means without your knowledge. Manual and automatic, what is the difference? Manual means everywhere you are involved. Automatic, it means automatic. So when the mind speeds up automatically, it is because it is being overfueled by past. And of course, along with the fuel, the ignition is the sense of future or insecurity with reference to future. Just observe this point. Because the vehicle to speed up, you need not only fuel, also ignition. Both has to be together. Suppose like fire, you only keep putting only fuel, only wood. Will it burn properly? In fact, only smoke will come. So you need some oxygen, you understand, space. Then only you will have a great fire. Same thing with reference to ignition. So you need both things together. So that means whenever mind speeds up, it is the fuel from your past. Without past fuel, means without unsettled past. Past fuel means because, oh, okay, you can think, search for fuel, okay, no. Without unsettled past, definitely your mind cannot move fast. So that means if your mind moves in a zigzag way, unprecedented way, unlogical way, or any other way you know better, definitely with reference to past, you are not yet comfortable. And of course, when you are not comfortable with reference to your past, God knows what's going to happen with reference to future. That's why you have always suspicion. Not only with reference to future, with reference to people and object related to present. Can you see this point? How it happens? So that means the life always becomes suspicious. You start suspecting each and every person, each and every object. And moreover, the mind has become so speedy, means the speed is so high, you do not know how to slow down. So there we say very carefully, practice pranayama. Because the moment you Vayu Rodhanat, restraining the Vayu, the air, means doing pranayama, you will be able to calm down, bring down, slow down your mind. That's why pranayama is a part of everything in our life. While eating, there is a pranayama. Please understand. While speaking, there is a pranayama. That's why if you observe while singing something, people become very fine. While dancing, people are happy. Because while dancing, there is a pranayama. Because rhythmic, you cannot breathe whenever you want. Impossible. Singing time, you cannot breathe. That's why in Vedic chanting especially, as long as you do Vedic chanting, that long, without your knowledge, you do pranayama. At least with singing, especially chorus singing, you can shallow, you can breathe whenever you want, you understand. Suppose independently you are singing, especially Carnatic song, you cannot afford to breathe whenever you want. Impossible, not allowed. So what I am highlighting here is, we have in this culture, for everything, for every action, pranayama is supposed to be involved. That's why when you are walking, if your breathing is rhythmic, please understand. I am not telling you that your mind is smooth or mind is rhythmic, because that is between you and your mind. Let me not get into. This is not topic now. If your breathing is rhythmic, of course mind if is rhythmic, then only breathing can be rhythmic, okay? You will not walk fast. You understand, some people walk, hitting, doing this thing, no? Jerk, creating jerks unnecessary. Please understand, it's a very serious thing to observe. For example, when I am talking to all of you, suppose if I do like this, will you like it? With all hand signature signs, this, that, will you like it? Definitely not. Because I have to talk in such a way, there should be coordination with my speech. my thought process and the actions. If the hand moves fast, you understand, if the hand moves fast, do you like now this? Or my head moves fast differently, will you like it? Please be careful, listen to me, observe this point. Definitely you will not like it. Everything has to be in order. You understand what I am trying to say? Now look at yourself. When you walk, do you walk in harmony? Do you create a harmony? When you speak, do you create a harmony? You walk the way you want. You understand what I am trying to say? I am observing you all. Please observe this point. So if there is no harmony in you, how can you understand this truth either? That's why you need to put effort to create harmony in you. Never ever create any disturbance, neither in you nor in your surrounding. Whether you are walking, talking, eating, doing anything in your life, this is the basic thing to learn in life. Be in a place without being visible. Remember, this is the most important thing to learn in life. Being in a place without being visible. But the problem is you want to be visible to draw the attention of others. You understand? Like the arrogant people, what do? The ignorant, arrogant, jale tailam. In water, a drop of oil. Visible, you understand? And of course, other way around, in oil, a drop of water. So always you want to be visible, so that you get attention. Please understand, child needs attention. Child really deserves attention, not you. Are you a child? So you are a grown-up person. And being a grown-up person, you need to look at how you carry yourself, how to create harmony within yourself. That's why here is being highlighted. Spend time in doing pranayama consciously. Then as you keep moving, instead of focusing on your past, instead of nourishing, fueling your past, try to dwell on your breathing pattern. How you are inhaling, how you are exhaling. Keep focusing on breathing pattern. In fact, you should be able to understand the breathing pattern very clearly at any given moment of your time. Those who have been listening or listened this Samhita, which is already available in YouTube, all these tricks and techniques have been taught in details. So it makes a big difference in you. So here that's why it's being highlighted. Vayu rodhanat liyate manaha. It is not only to sit one place and do the pranayama. Maybe that is the beginning point. Maybe that is the starting point. But that is to be extended everywhere. That's why when we are eating food, always we are being asked to be seated in a proper way. Of course, this chair and table is for, physical handicapped people. It is not for common people, please understand. This chair and table is for physically handicapped people. Of course, nowadays mentally handicapped people, you understand? Either you have to be physically handicapped or mentally handicapped, then only you are allowed, supposed to be sit on the chair and table to eat. Okay, I am not imposing, please understand. Try to see the difference in you. When you sit on the ground and eat, there how your mind moves, how your mind functions. And when you sit on the chair and table, you see the difference for you. And of course, you are old. There is knee pain, there is back pain, as I told you, physical handicapped, okay? Of course, you must take the help of the chair, okay? They are never struggle, then that you will go to the hospital, okay? Don't do that. But please understand, every action, everywhere, you have to ensure that your breathing pattern is smooth, as rhythmic as possible. Smooth means here as rhythmic as possible. If your breathing pattern becomes erratic, definitely something seriously is wrong. How he says, Jala pakshivat rodha sadhanam. So if you look at very carefully how the net restricts the movement of a bird. The bird wants to fly, but if the net is being put, then what happens? Will that bird be able to fly? Only after some time. Same thing also, the moment you do pranayama, for some time mind will be very restless, like the bird. And after some time what will happen? Mind will start listening to you. Means mind will be available for the present. So whenever mind is available for the present, that time mind starts listening to you. And when the mind starts listening to you, only that mind is an instrument for the knowledge, not any other mind. Can you see this point? If the mind is not available for you, mind is in the past. Now when you listen to Vedanta, you justify. You take all the logic for your benefit's sake. Either to destroy you or to strengthen you, or whatever way you want, that is up to you. Because that mind is not instrument for the Vedanta, for the knowledge. That's why in this verse very nicely highlighted, keep spending time doing pranayama regularly, especially when mind is disturbed, mind is not available. That time, instead of speeding up your mind, instead of fueling your mind, instead of justifying your way of thinking or way of functioning, instead of blaming others, instead of looking for attention from others, do some pranayama. And when you start doing pranayama, you will see a difference in you. With the difference, you can choose whatever you want. More of it we'll see tomorrow.